President Trump says he will ease regulations on small banks with reforms to Dodd-Frank. Joining us now, Ken L. Burgess, Jr., chair of FirstCapital Bank of Texas, who met with the president yesterday. Ken, welcome to the program. Great to have you with us.
Hi, Stuart. Thanks for having me.
Little background here. I had a production meeting with our team, 10 people on it, a couple of weeks ago. I said, anybody here trying to borrow some money from a bank? 3 hands went up. I said, any of you having any trouble with the paperwork? 3 hands went up. It was murder for them. It's taking forever to get through the paperwork and all the rest of it. Now, you want the repeal of Dodd-Frank. Would the repeal of Dodd-Frank help my people?
Well, we would love to see the repeal of Dodd-Frank, but we have to think about what we can really get done. I think the repeal of Dodd-Frank is pretty much an area that we can't go to, but we can look at specific areas of Dodd-Frank that are causing such a crush on our community banks around the country.
What's your big problem?
When you look at
you're a relatively small bank. What is your big problem?
I think the big problem is we've had about 25,000 pages of new regulation that's been handed out since 2010 when Dodd-Frank passed. And, you know, our bank now is about a $10 billion bank. We have about 10 people that do nothing but manage compliance. And even with that, trying to get your arms around that much of a regulatory burden is very, very difficult.
Well, then what you're saying is get rid of the rules and the new regulations, but don't you just get rid of Dodd-Frank?
Well, we would love to see that happen, yes. But we know and we understand that a certain amount of regulation is needed. You need regulation to make sure that the bad actors don't come in and do things that shouldn't be done. So what we really need is we need people that are in the regulatory agencies that can bring a common sense approach to how those rules are applied to different size banks. And you know, certain banks like the big banks.
Do you think you'll get that from President Trump?
Well, I was very, very pleased with the reception that we had from him yesterday. What I saw was a businessman with a business approach, and he was there to listen to us, listen to the concerns that we had that were causing community banks to have less capability of serving their communities and their customers. And he listened to us. He was very quick to ask his aides, Secretary Mnuchin, who was there, ask them how they could deal with some of these, whether it was going to be a legislative fix or whether he could pass an order, or whether there was some other way to fix some of these things in a very quick manner. And if it was a quick fix, he was quick to say, well, let's get on that. Let's see if we can do that quickly.
Okay. I know quite a few community bankers who are flat out ecstatic at the prospect of real change in Dodd-Frank. Kenneth Burgess, Jr., thanks for joining us, sir. Appreciate it. Good stuff.
Thank you very much.